What up, ladies and gentlemen, Chen Chen here bringing you guys another video. Today we are here making a tier list for all Vladimir matchups, mid and top, ranked by difficulty. So this is actually recommended by a guy named King Banshee. He's been giving my channel a lot of support, and I asked in Reddit if a lot of people would be fine with this video idea. Got a lot of positive feedback, so we're gonna make it happen. We have a couple sub headings, I guess. The first one, no one gives a fuck. These are literally jungle supports and AD carries that you really don't face too often. Obviously, you can have maybe like, I don't know, Kane top, Kha'Zix top, Kindred top. Like, these champs you could bring to top and mid and potentially face as Vladimir. But personally, either I have never faced them or just not enough data analysis for me to actually make an in-depth on ranking. There's an either you dodge this champion or you ban it every game. There's the really hard, medium, and easy. So we're gonna jump right into this video. Hopefully it's not gonna be too long. I have set maybe like 10 to 30 minutes is hopefully my range. I do want to mention, when I put and rank a champion, I'm gonna do a brief like analysis, not really how to beat it, but just why it's ranked what it is. If you want to know how to beat it, I would recommend going to my series How to Beat Any Matchup as Vladimir. Alright, if you like this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let me know down below if you like these type of content, not exactly Vladimir gameplay or just overall League gameplay in general. Let me know down below if you enjoy this type of stuff. With all that being said, guys, let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to start off with mid lane, just because I feel as if that is the lane I play the most, obviously, and it's what I have more of a verdict on. Without further ado, you can see a lot of champions here, a lot of champions. Alright, this video might actually take a while, so we're going to kind of speedrun it. Ahri, I'm going to put it in medium. This is kind of a skill matchup. Truth be told, beginning like 1 year of Vlad one-tricking, this was literally like impossible. I used to permaban this shit. It was so frustrating, but now I actually know how to beat it. And it's not too bad. You just have to really play safe, scale up, and then start destroying her later. Akali, I'm gonna put hard. Like, especially in mid lane. Now, if you're top lane Akali, she has so much more room to utterly like butt fuck you. So if you're top lane, this would probably like go around here. But mid lane, it's a hard matchup. You have enough room to run around and ultimately kill her. You do outscale her pretty well, so it's not really too bad. Anivia, this one kind of goes in between. By the way, guys, if I put like two in the same category, they're not really going to be in order of like how medium they are or something like that. Just going to be no particular order. But Anivia, I'm going to put really hard, only because it's really hard to find good Anivia players. Like, this champion, you can be a really bad Anivia player and still destroy Vlad. But if you're a really good Anivia player, that's where it's like almost impossible. But it's a really hard matchup. If you play safe, scale up, you can definitely win it. Aurelion Sol, I'm going to put really hard as well. Reason being, his early game pressure and ultimately... Actually, no, I'm going to move him to hard medium. Like, personally, I've never really had an issue with Aurelion Sol. I feel as if I'm really good at pressuring, knowing how to trade, and my capabilities, Vlad versus Aurelion Sol, is pretty good. Like, I never really had trouble with this. I get it, in laning phase, he can be extremely annoying, but ultimately, not too crazy. Annie, gonna have to put easy matchup, play safe, early game. Whenever she doesn't have stun, Q trade easily. And it's really easy. Once you reach level 6, she just kind of dies. Azir, this is once again, it's really difficult to rate these type of champions, because I'm going based on like my past experience, of course. There's really good Azirs, there's really shit Azirs, who make the lane real easy. I'm gonna put it in the middle, a decently hard matchup. If he's really good, he will abuse your short range, and I've faced against a top Azir before. Kill myself. I'm not kidding. That was horrendous. Worst experience ever. Don't play... Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't play Vlad top a lot. And reasons... so many champions abuse Vlad's short range. In mid lane, you can phase rush, get the hell out. In top lane, they can catch up and just obliterate you. So that's my personal opinion on top lane. Just too many hard counters. But anyways, brand, I'm gonna put in a medium. Decent bit of early game pressure, and if they do it enough and just poke you out of lane, you're kind of fucked. But other than that, it's alright. Cassiopeia. Oh, this champion is absolute hell. I faced against it so many times, and I just always wonder why I just don't ban this champion. Like, it's so cancer. I always refuse to not ban this champion because previously, like when I was in Plat Elo where there wasn't good Cassio players, this was the easiest matchup ever. Like, I destroyed it every single time I faced it. But now, I can solo kill her, I can do whatever. She's still going to late game if she catches me off guard with her stun or her ult. I'm dead. I'm gonna put this as impossible. I'm sure you guys can agree with that as well. Let me get rid of this fucking ad. I don't care about High School Musical. And this, oh, I can't get rid of it. Cool. Okay, so moving right along, Corki, I'm gonna put in a medium. Like I said with all these other champions, if they pressure you early, it's gonna be a really hard matchup, but you do outscale them, so makes it quite easy. Dianna, definitely gonna have to put it at a hard medium. I know this is really hard for a lot of Vlad mains. Personally, it's not too bad. I'm actually gonna put in a medium. Like, I've been able to outplay this multiple times in a row. Like, a couple patches ago, Dianna was literally 100% pick or ban. Like, you would get her back to back to back, and I survived. Like, it wasn't that bad. If you learn how to dodge, kite, space, this champion is really easy. Alright, Echo, get this shitter out of here, man. He's fucking impossible. I hate this champion with a passion. Alright? When he used to be a mid lane and didn't get so many buffs, he was alright. Like, I'd put him in hard. But recently, especially with his stun buff and just overall everything, it's so cancer, man. I've been perma-banning this champion, and I'm probably not going to stop until he gets gutted. So cancer, so cancer. It's not fun at all. Fiddlesticks, you might be wondering, like, oh, why wouldn't you put him in? No one gives a fuck. But I've actually surprisingly faced a decent bit of Fiddlesticks. Like, why are there ads? T-Mobile, no one cares about you. Moving right along, Fiddlesticks, I'm definitely gonna put in a hard. It's actually insane how this champion just has so much lane pressure, but once you reach level 6, once you outscale, you can easily outplay him. Level 3 or anything pre-6, honestly, just don't touch this guy. It's so bad. Alright, Fizz, I'm gonna put at a really hard. This is in between, truthfully, but his weaknesses Vlad can abuse quite easily, early game especially. So it's not the craziest, it's not a dodge or ban type situation. It's just a really hard matchup. His early game pressure is ginormous. Alright, Galio. Galio is supposed to be an anti-mage, and his whole kit is based around that, but truthfully, it's not too hard. If you dodge his E with your pool, you do generally outdamage him, and he just doesn't have enough damage to kill you. So I'm gonna put him in the medium. Heimerdinger, no one gives a fuck. He's been dead for... Oh, I haven't seen this champ in so long. It's actually insane. Irelia. I'm gonna put this in a really hard... I get it. Like, it's an easy matchup. It's supposed to be an easy matchup because you do completely outscale her. If she gets one kill on you, you're fucked. Like, it is doomed. This is such a cancerous matchup. Like, I hated laning against Irelia. I'm so glad barely anyone plays her because it's such a hard matchup. But if you do play safe, give up CS, it's not too bad. You do outscale her. Karma, I think this is a medium. It's not really easy. If they're good Karma, they're gonna poke you down and just abuse your early game weakness. Karthus is an easy matchup. This is honestly what I consider a free matchup, especially if you are really good at dodging skill shots. It's such an easy matchup. It's actually insane. Anyone who picks Karth mid, Yo, you're fucking trolling, man. Alright, Kassadin. Do I really even need to explain? Not really. Katarina, I'm gonna put in an easy matchup, but that's only because I have a lot of experiences destroying this champion. I don't know if you guys know this, but literally every Katarina player that I face against is like a cat one trick with like 2 million points. It's actually absurd. But every time I just destroy them. This matchup is not good for Katarina, and honestly, I'm just gonna put it in an easy matchup. Alright, let's see. LeBlanc. This is in between. Honestly, I'm gonna put it at a... No, I'm gonna put it at impossible, man. This matchup is not fun at all. LeBlanc is known for being a lane bully. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 6, level... all the way to level like 11 before you can actually start doing shit to her. With her passive, it's really hard to go in and do your all-in combo, and with her insane amount of early game pressure, if she doesn't get a kill on you, she's really bad. So this matchup, I'm gonna put it at impossible. It kind of goes in between, but impossible for now. Lissandra, very easy matchup. Dodge her Q, don't stand directly, I guess, adjacent to her Q whenever she throws it, and you'll be good to go. Lucien, this is gonna be a medium matchup. If you survive his early game, you win. Do I really have to say much more about this? Like, he's literally an early game level 2, level 3 cheese. That's it. Towards the late game, you can one-shot him easily, especially if you don't int. Just a really medium type of matchup. I wouldn't say easy, because early game he will destroy you. Lux, this can go either way. Personally, it depends on the Lux. I'm gonna put it in the medium. Lux players can either be one of two things. The really retarded, really stupid player that they are, and pick fucking Ignite. You heard me right. Lux who takes Ignite, thinking they have any chance in beating the Vlad matchup, or even teleport. Some Luxes are crazy. No, if they take Barrier, it's an alright matchup. Like, you won't be able to kill her. She has like 3 shields. If they take Ignite, put it like right here, like free matchup, I swear. Like, Luxes that take Ignite, you are crazy. Alright, moving right along. Malzahar, gonna put this at a really hard matchup. It's not easy at all by any means. His early game pressure, really strong. His E, as long as you manipulate his dot effect, as long as you perfectly avoid it, play around your minions. If a minion's about to die, don't engage so you contract the fucking virus. Don't do that. No. Also, another tip, I guess, is just to destroy his voidlings, and it's a pretty free matchup. It's not too crazy. Only reason why I'm gonna put it really hard is my experience, of course. I destroy Malzahar. I beat Malzahar. I solo kill Malzahar 3 times in a row. Like, super easy. Jungler comes, Malzahar press R, I'm dead. Like, that's the only reason why I'm gonna put it really hard. And towards late game, it's bad. If he uses his R on you and targets you, it's a pretty bad matchup. Alright, Wukong, no one cares. Haven't seen a Wukong in years. Mordekaiser, okay, this is gonna be controversial. I'm gonna put it at a medium. A lot of people are gonna say this is like really hard. No, I'm gonna put it at a medium. I don't think it's a really hard matchup. Only reason why I'm gonna put it at the medium is because towards late game, similar to Malzahar, if he presses R on you, you're kind of fucked. It completely ruins your teamfight capability. But other than that, pretty easy matchup in my opinion. Moving right along to Nikko. Gonna have to give this champion really hard. I feel as if I say this a lot, but her early game pressure is significantly better than Vladimir's, right? I mean, pretty obvious. She has a stun, she has huge damage with Q, and her autos do a decent bit of damage as well, so it's not an easy matchup, but towards late game, once you scale up, pretty easy to kill her, as long as you don't hit her clone or just play really badly. It's not too bad, but early game pressure, definitely have to rank it really hard. Nocturne Mid. Alright. This I'm gonna have to rule medium or easy. We'll go medium. He can pressure you out of a lot of CS, level 1 to level 3. And level 4, level 5, you can kind of kill him, kind of pressure. play around his kits, his short rangeness. It's not too bad of a matchup in the whole entire world. Moving on. Oriana, get this champion out of here. Oriana is, once again, a skill-based champion. If the enemy Oriana is insanely good, you do not win this matchup. They will abuse Vlad's #1 weakness, which is literally having a baby's range. Like, Vlad range is super short, Oriana's ball is super long, so they don't mix too well. Oriana definitely counters Vladimir, and it's only very rarely that I find a bad Oriana where I can put it to like a hard potentially, right? Not an easy matchup. Good Orianas will utterly crush you. Alright, Pantheon Mid. This I'm gonna put easy. Like, it's not a hard matchup, guys. Come on. It is not a hard matchup. If he jumps onto you, auto, wait for his shield. Q, E. It's not a hard matchup. I've destroyed this matchup countless of times. The only reason why people can say like it's hard is because his early game burst potentially. But you actually outdamage him with autos. Like, if you space properly, this matchup is extremely easy. Whenever he jumps onto you, just R, eat. You can either eat the jump or pull the jump. Either way, you can guarantee you can kill him. It's not a hard matchup. Pike Mid. Only reason why I put this is because I've faced against a couple Pike Mids recently. I'm going to put this as, it's an easy matchup if they're not good Pike and they sit in lane. If they roam around and get 15 kills like a Pike did in my game, holy shit, it's impossible to win. My whole team's ending, they're blaming me. I tell them, I'm Vladimir. Pike has mobility, he has W. Like, what? I'm gonna put this in a medium. It all depends on the Pike's playstyle. If they stay in lane, you can kill him at level 6, honestly. You just pull his E and then outdamage him, pretty much. Moving on to Rumble, this is very interesting of a matchup, just because, personally, I don't have an issue with this matchup, but I do understand where it can be an issue, I guess, for a lot of Vlad players. I'm gonna put him in medium. His early game pressure is undoubtedly insane and really strong, but once you survive his early game, or just play around what he started first of all, and then play around his flamethrower, and then just space. If you do all that, it's not too bad of a matchup at all. Ryze, get this shitter out of here. Honestly, no one gives a fuck. I haven't seen Ryze in years. Ryze has been dead, and I am so blessed. Alright, he is such an impossible matchup, guys. You don't understand. A good Ryze player will dick on you in 2 seconds. It's crazy. They can do like 10 abilities in 2 seconds, and it literally flies in about a second, and you're stunned, so you can't dodge it. It's not a good matchup. He abuses your range. He abuses your low damage. You can try power farming against this champion, and that actually does work, but a good Ryze player will zone you out and prevent you from doing that, and just ultimately shitting on you. Swain is honestly dead. Let's get this guy out of here. Silas! My boy Silas! I'm gonna put this as a really hard matchup. Alright, I know, Silas probably has a 45% win rate, I believe. Or at least last time I checked. Like, he's not doing good at all, especially in competitive play. Like, you won't see him that much, as opposed to previous patches. They kind of just fucked the champion over. But he still hard counters fucking Vladimir. It's actually insane. He presses W, gains half his HP. You think you can kill him as Vladimir? You definitely can't. And the amount of pressure he has is just absurd. Especially when he steals your ultimate and just gives you the taste of your own medicine. Like, it's not a fun matchup. Alright, it's really hard. You'll see a lot of times that I actually lose against this matchup pretty hard. And that's just because his early game pressure is just absurd. He can miss his second E, he can miss his Q. As long as he hits his W with a couple auto attacks, he will outtrade you. So this is not an easy matchup at all. Moving right along, Syndra, gonna have to put this as a really hard matchup as well. Early game, Syndra is a lane bully. Vlad is not. You do the equation. It's not fun at all. Syndra, especially late game, um, will start falling off and you can kill her. But even so, in late game, if she lands a stun, you are almost guaranteed to be dead. It is not fun at all. Definitely a really hard matchup, in my opinion. Alright, we're coming short to the list. We got Talia. I haven't seen Talia mid in long ages, but gonna have to put this as a medium. If she's a good Talia, which is pretty rare, but there are some Talia one-tricks who just knows the champion in and out, can predict where you're walking, can predict just a lot of things, and use her kit to her full potential. It's not the easiest matchup in the world, but if you play safe, level 6, you just one-shot her. It's not that hard. Talon! This might be controversial once again. Talon is an assassin, and like most assassins for Vladimir, it's pretty rough. I'm gonna put him in medium. The reason for that is I rarely lose against this matchup. I guess it's the same as Pike. The reason being is if they roam a shit ton and get a shit ton of kills, you're fucked. Like, you cannot come back. Your teammates are really behind. You're really behind from trying to follow or just losing pressure. It's not an easy matchup if they roam, but if they stay in lane and reach the point where you're scaling, you can kill them really easily. Taric mid. Alright, the only reason why I put this is because funnel. And the... it's fucking impossible. Dodge. Dodge funnel, guys. Please. Please, just dodge funnel. It's not fun. Alright. Funnel. Erase the fun, and it's just null. It's just a null fucking composition that is so brain dead, and I don't know why Riot is not nerfing it. It's actually insane. Alright, we got Tristana mid. I have not seen Tristana mid in a long time, but this is actually a pretty hard matchup, especially for me. If they're aggressive early game, you're fucked, and it's so hard of a matchup. Like, she really, really does pack a punch level 1, level 2, level 3. It's not fun at all. Why are there so many ads? God damn. Okay. Like I was saying, it's not fun. They can go really aggressive early game and late game as well. It's so much pressure. They can CS really well. They can be very safe. Just a really hard matchup overall. Alright, Twisted Fate. I'm gonna have to put this in the medium. Alright. If they roam around, it's pretty hard to stop them, obviously. You can't really follow them. And if they pick up kills, go Rod of Ages, go tanky. It's not too easy, but if they're staying in lane, it's not bad. Like, you have a lot of kill pressure on Twisted Fate. Whenever he tries to go yellow card, just pool it. Especially use E-Pool. If you use EW, that's the best way to outtrade him, and then he won't have a stun card, or it'll wear off, or it's not a hard matchup, guys. It all depends on the situation, in my opinion. Alright, Veigar, I'm gonna have to put this in an easy matchup. Veigar's stun is pretty annoying, but you can pool over the stun. I feel as if that's half his kit's identity, is his fucking wall, but you can pool over it. It's not a hard matchup. If they take barrier, you can kind of bring it to a medium because they can survive, scale, and just be one-shotting your teammates and potentially one-shotting you if their team has a lot of CC. But other than that, it's not a hard matchup. You just level 6, go in, kill her, or I mean kill him, and you can actually make a Veigar hard int and completely useless throughout the whole entire game. Alright, Vel'Koz, similar to Veigar, but I'm gonna have to put it in medium. Only reason is Veigar regularly takes barrier, which automatically reduces your kill potential significantly, and Vel'Koz's pressure is just insane. It's substantially better than Veigar's and Lux's, and honestly I'd put it at a hard, but I just don't have too much issue with it. Like, towards when I'm fully fed, when I got my magical boots, I can play around it, and it's not too hard at all. Alright, moving right along. Victor, gonna have to put this in a hard matchup. His E, which is like the line, drawing the line thing, is absurd. The range is almost as long as Oriana's ball, and it does so much fucking damage. It's so insanely annoying, and his Q gives him a shield. It's literally the perfect counter to Vladimir. It's not easy, but if you're fed or if you're even in the lane, it's not too bad. You should be able to kill him and just all in him. And he really can't do much about it. If he uses R, just pull it. If he uses his W, his like root thing, you pull it as well. Not too bad at all. Xerath! This can be an easy matchup, or it can be a hard matchup. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I used to have 100% win rates out of like 20 games in my Chen Chen account, right? It was actually absurd. And then a fucking Xerath obliterated me. If they are good at landing, if it's swag, Xerath, it's really hard, but most Xeraths nowadays, it's not too bad. Just learn how to dodge skill shots, and also, you can burst them down really easily. Just play around their cooldown. Okay, we got Yasuo. This is a skill-based matchup. We're just gonna put that at medium. If the Yasuo is good, it's at a hard. If the Yasuo sucks dick, it's at easy. So perfectly in the medium. Alright, we got Zed. Fuck this guy. Impossible. Okay, just kidding. It's a really hard matchup. Like, you outscale him substantially more than a lot of assassins. Like, it's insane how much you outscale him. But his early game is ridiculous. If he uses his WEQ combo and it lands on you, you're guaranteed to lose at least half your HP, if not more. And then he can take his W, take his shadow, auto Q again, ignite, you're fucking dead. This matchup is so AIDS, man. Honestly, I would put it at impossible, but given the factor that you really do outscale him pretty hard, I'm gonna have to put it at a really hard matchup. Just build Zhonya's or Seeker's Arm Guard first, and it's not too bad. Actually, don't underestimate him, because he's one-shotted me with fucking Ninja Tabby Seekers before. It's not fun, but Seekers should help you kind of survive and start scaling towards late game. Alright, we got Ziggs. Ziggs is going to be in medium matchup. Ziggs is all about skill. If they don't know how to land anything, it's pretty easy. If they do know how to land shit, it's a pretty hard matchup. They're constant poke. It's so obnoxious. Granted, it's really hard to find good Zig players, so I don't have to worry about too much. Especially if they take barrier, it's pretty hard. But we're just gonna put out a medium matchup. His pressure is just actually insane. Alright, Zilean. This is a pretty medium matchup as well. You both just don't kill each other. Like, I'm gonna be honest, whenever you're close to killing him, he just Rs himself. He's pretty much just a late game support, and that's all he is. Granted, in most situations, you're gonna be winning that factor. Like, even though he can R someone, you should be able to at least kill another carry. So it's not too crazy. In the laning phase, he is kind of obnoxious. Just learn how to dodge his bombs, I guess. And I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, he doesn't have much kill pressure on you, so it's not too bad. You can scale up pretty well. Zoe, get this fucking bitch out of here. Fuck all Zoe players. You don't understand how obnoxious this champion is. Alright? This is honestly my perma dodge. Like, some of these I don't dodge. I'm only ruling them here just for you guys and my opinions. But like, I do know how to counter them. Zoe, no. I dodge. Dodge. 100%. You might be asking, why don't you ban her? She's not too popular. I feel as if Echo is more popular, so I'm gonna ban him. But Zoe players are so cancer. They can land nothing. Use W, spam W, ignite. Boom, you're dead. You got your ass fucking outplayed. She pressed W and auto attacks. And she can miss her E, she can miss her Q. Doesn't matter. She's gonna one-shot you. It's actually insane. Kiana. This is a really easy matchup, guys. Level 1, just fucking auto her to death. I've gotten Kiana's to 1/4 HP because they just continuously want to go for CS. It's such an easy matchup. Level 2, you kind of have to respect her. Level 3, if she goes in, you can probably kill her, to be honest. And after level 6, easiest matchup in the whole entire world. Really, really easy. Just make sure you have a decently fast reaction time, so you can EW before she actually jumps onto you. But other than that, really easy matchup. Alright guys, we're going to move on to the top lane. We're going to kind of speed run this because I don't have too much of a verdict since I mostly play mid and I haven't played top in a couple months. Camille, this is going to be a really hard matchup. By the way, just want to mention, a lot of top laners are going to be in this section. Don't play Vlad top. Come on guys, it's such a cancer experience. All these champions harass the living shit out of Vladimir and all his weaknesses. It's not fun. Alright, Camille we'll put in here. Cho'Gath, a decent Cho'Gath is really hard to deal with, but if they go AP, it's a pretty easy matchup. Darius, this also goes pretty hard. His early game pressure is just absurd, and if he goes MR, you stand no chance in killing him. Dr. Mundo, you can't kill him, he can't kill you. But he is a tank, and you are Vladimir, so late game he can run you down pretty easily. Fiora, this is a really hard matchup. Early game, I don't even have to repeat myself, she can literally kill you level 1 if she fucking wanted to. Gangplank, this is a medium matchup. Q for Q trades, dodge his barrels, not the craziest matchup in the whole entire world. Garen, this is a... I'm gonna be honest, I can't even rule this. I don't even remember the last time I faced against a Garen. Gnar, this is a... Okay, I'm gonna put this in an easy matchup. You literally just farm or Q trade, whatever you want to do. Just play Vladimir. And you actually do destroy Gnar pretty hard. Alawi, same goes with Garen. Like, I just haven't played against them too much. Jax, this is a... I'm gonna put this in a hard, okay? Here's my reasoning. I get it. You can outscale him, you can destroy him as long as you don't play like an idiot early game. But that's the thing, his early game is so obnoxious. He jumps every like 6 seconds. He has an empowered ability every like 2 seconds. And his E is a stun. It's not fun. Now, when you're not laning against this guy, the champion's pretty easy to counter. But when you're laning against this guy, it's so cancer. Especially if he goes MR. You actually stand no chance early. And then late game, he can still kill you. Like, it's surprising how tanky he is with his R. Jace, I'm going to put in a medium. You just kind of farm safely, and then you outscale him. Whenever he jumps onto you with his Q, EW, and then he'll either knock you out or go to his hammer form. You should be able to kill him by then. It's not too hard. Kale, I'm going to put this in a medium as well. It's an easy matchup in the aspect that Kale sucks in general, and you can abuse her more than she can abuse you. Late game, you can also kill her, especially if you have Ignite. You can just burst her down, play timing perfectly, wait for her R, and then Ignite. Not too bad of a matchup. Kennen, gonna put into medium. Just Q for Q trades. Whenever he goes in, whenever he Rs, you can R, EW, and pretty much outtrade him. Not too hard. Kled, this is a really hard matchup, guys. People who play Kled mid are so insecure. Get that shit out of here, alright? Kled, early game, he's a lane bully. Do I have to say any more? Okay, he's a fucking lane bully. He EQs, it goes inside your pool, so you can't pool. You're literally inside him when he hooks you, and then he just bursts you down. It's not fun. Malphite, if they go tank Malphite, they have a pretty good chance of killing you. But if it's AP Malphite, if you have decent reaction time, you should be able to beat it. So I'm gonna put it in medium. Maokai, haven't played against Maokai top in years. Nasus, this is an impossible matchup, guys. You can't kill him, he can kill you. And quite easily, to be honest. He just Qs you like 3 or 4 times and you're fucking dead. One of the main reasons why I don't play top. It's so obnoxious. You want to power farm against this guy? Sure, go ahead. Late game, he's going to be more useful than you. He's a tanky beast who 2-shots everyone if you want to play the power farming game. It's not a fun time. Ornn, this isn't a mixture. I'm gonna put it at a really hard just because Ornns can't carry or impact the game as much as Nasus can, in my opinion. Like, obviously they give empowered items, but in the team fight, damage-wise and utility-wise, Nasus with his Wither, with his Q, with his tankiness. It's bad. This definitely goes to the really hard though, because he can solo kill you as a tank. It's absurd. Poppy, haven't faced against Poppy in a while. Quinn, this is a, I'm gonna put it at a medium matchup, guys. As long as you pull her E whenever she flies into you, pretty easy matchup. Renekton, I'm also gonna put at a medium. You can kill him pretty easily as long as you don't fuck up the laning phase. Rengar, dodge. Fucking dodge, dude. Get out, dude. Rengar, hell no. Riven, I'm gonna put at a really hard. You can outplay her pretty easily, but nonetheless, her kit is just super obnoxious and just so much damage right out of her ass. And it's so unexpected damage, but it is definitely enough to kill you and destroy you. So Shen, easy matchup. I don't really need to explain that. He has no kill prio on you, and you have so much kill prio on him. Syndra, I'm gonna put at a medium. It can be pretty annoying sometimes, but it's nothing too crazy. Sion, I'm gonna put at an easy. You can pull whenever he tries to fully max or fully charge up his Q, and you just ultimately run him down. It's not too hard. Soraka top. Alright, I know Soraka top got nerfed a shit ton, but I feel as if I should still include it. I'm gonna put it at easy because I only faced her once, and it was the easiest lane ever. Granted, I fucking lost the game, because she literally late game, she was like 0-10, but she still pressed R and just won the team fight. It's an easy matchup nonetheless. Like, as long as you're good at dodging her Q and just not sitting in her E, there's nothing to be afraid of. Teemo, pretty easy matchup. Q for Q trade. Vladimir, gonna put this out a really hard. He can outrun you and chase you down with an absurd amount of damage. And especially late game, it's so hard to kill him. So you have to play timing perfectly to actually be able to withstand his insane damage. Urgot, gonna put at a medium. Just dodge his dash, and it's a pretty easy matchup. Granted, I haven't seen an Urgot in a long time, so, but when I did face against it, it wasn't really too hard. Xin Zhao, I don't know why I have this guy. Yorick, this is a, I'll put at a really hard. No, I'm gonna be honest, I have never beaten Yorick as a top Vlad main or Vlad player. Vlad one trick, played top previously before, like 2 years ago. Never in my life have I beaten this Yorick matchup. Especially back then when Conquer was so broken. He wouldn't die, he outdamages you, he has a fucking stupid wall. Not a good matchup. I don't know if he's as annoying now. I just know I used to permaban this guy whenever I played top, so not fun at all. And lastly, guys, Mordekaiser, I'm gonna put easy. Or no, I'm gonna put medium. Wait, I feel as if I talked about Mordekaiser earlier. Alright, so there you guys have it. I'm gonna zoom out for you guys. There is the full list. Let's get Xerath. I can't even exit. Let's get Disney out of here. There's the full list for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you agree with majority of these points, smash the like button or comment down. Let me know if this is an accurate representation. Keep in mind, guys, this is purely my opinion, with some just being Vlad community or Vlad experience. I feel as if this is a pretty decent list, though. I got probably most of them right, with some being just personal opinions, I guess, because not everyone's gonna fight the same, not everyone's gonna play the same, so that's why some are gonna be very different. With that being said, guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, comment down your opinions on the video. With all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Chen Chen out.